Hello, my name is Jamie Campbell-Bower, and I'm sorry for interrupting whatever it is that you're doing, but I need your help. A couple of weeks ago I received an email from a friend of mine called Mary Sohn, who in 1999 set up FilmAid, and what is now Sermpanya. And she asked me if I knew anybody who would be able to help her raise awareness and raise funds for her organisation, since during COVID and during this time of bizarreness, a lot of her support has fallen through. She's based in Thailand on the Thai-Burmese border, or Thai-Myanmar border. And I don't know how many of you know the situation that's been going on in Myanmar over the last 80 years, but let me tell you, it's pretty drastic. And right now it's well, not even right now, over the duration of history, it's been a great humanitarian crisis, and it's one that I have been helpful in some capacity in trying to raise awareness and raise funds. I've been supporting Mary's charity since 2012 or 2013, and in 2014 I took a trip out to the refugee camp on the Thai-Myanmar border. For a bit of context and for a bit of history, Myanmar has been a place of great conflict since colonial Britain. It won its independence in 1948, and since then has been a place where religious and ethnic groups have not been able to have their own autonomy. And in 1988 there was a huge uprising, a student-led revolution, and some atrocious mass human rights violations began to occur and began to be made aware to the rest of the world and to the international stage. And even to this day, in 2015, we're still seeing the Rohingya Muslims be persecuted and beaten and tortured, and so they've had to flee their country. And this has been happening throughout history in Burma, so much so that along the borders of Burma with neighbouring countries such as Thailand, there have been refugee camps set up. And I went to a refugee camp in 2014, a refugee camp of about 40,000 people, I believe, live there now. And I went there with my friend Mary Sohn, who's been living there since 2011. She gave up her job, she gave up her life to help people, and I went there and I saw firsthand what it is like. Mary's work, she's an incredibly inspiring and amazing person, and her work predominantly focuses on both education for those people who live in the camp, and also providing an opportunity for a select group of individuals to be able to create whilst being there and give them hope. This has been Mary's sort of mission for a long time, and she's worked with other charitable organisations, other what we call NGOs, and she's created films for them that highlight certain issues about what things that you can face living in a refugee camp, things like dysentery, things like cholera, TB, the things that you need to know when you are a displaced person living somewhere that you're not used to. Not something that I really think many of us at this time can relate to, but I hope that something that we can all understand and empathize. So Mary has asked me to help her, and in turn I am asking you to help Mary, and to help me, and to help all these people. Mary and I will be going live next Wednesday to have a discussion. I'm really excited for you all to meet her. She's an incredible person, an incredible lady, very, very inspiring, and her story is amazing. And I'm also very excited for you to hear about the work that she's doing and just get to know her and get to meet her. We're going to be making a special t-shirt for raising funds for Mary. All proceeds obviously will go to Mary and the Sermpanya Foundation, and we're going to set up a GoFundMe page. But I wanted to let you all know that this was happening, first of all, because this is something that's very close to my heart. I've been working alongside Mary now for 8 years, and whilst I haven't been particularly vocal about it on the internet, because I'm not a fan of, well, I've never sort of been a fan of performative activism, I think, but I have always wanted to help people. But now the power is in your hands, the power is in the hands of people, and I really want to use this opportunity to push a message that for me has been you know, a priority in my life for a long time. So join us next Wednesday for a conversation between Mary and I about Mary's life and about me and Ma and what she's doing there. And I will be putting links for the GoFundMe page, for the Sermpanya Foundation page, and for the merchandise page that we will be creating for you to support Mary. Thank you. I hope I didn't waffle too much, but I probably did, knowing me. All right, thank you. God bless you all. I will see you around, I guess.